Whenever a conspiracy around Trump emerges, the deep state theory resurfaces. Back in 2022, UK reform leader Nigel Farage even commented on it. Farage said he was shocked to wake up and hear about the raid on Trump's home, stating the deep state truly does exist, quote unquote. Now, this belief in a hidden, powerful faction within the government continues to fuel many conspiracy theories surrounding Trump. The assassination attempt on Trump came just days before he was to accept the Republican nomination for a third time. This attack is the most serious attempt on a president or candidate since Ronald Reagan was shot in 1981. There have been 10 assassination attempts over nearly 200 years, with 4 being successful. Take a look at this report.
I think that there are a couple things that will happen. One is that there'll be greater attention focused on the RNC. I think this is going to really heighten the nation's interest in the vice presidential pick, in the speeches later in the week, and then, of course, culminating with Trump's speech on Thursday. It will also be interesting to see what people say about tone and about a kind of larger theory of what's driving what happened yesterday. It'll be hard to distinguish any bump that Trump might get from this event, any sort of short-term or longer-term kind of rallying effect around him from a campaign rally effect. That'll be one thing that'll be difficult to distinguish. And the convention bump is real, and often it sort of fades off, but has some lasting impact, and that'll be true for both conventions most likely. I think that the image clearly has landed with some people, and I could see the campaign kind of using this image. I think that the story of sort of surviving this assassination attempt might also be part of the campaign. I think the more you get into kind of the bigger questions about what happened, who was the shooter, at the time we're having this conversation, we don't really know very much about that person at all. The details, I think, are going to become more lost, and the sort of the image probably is what will last. So here's a sort of take that I have on the convention more generally. Typically, conventions are kind of about bringing together all the different parts of a political party and both acknowledging that diversity. And if you look at the schedule of events, you see all different delegations from around the country. You see different issues highlighted, different groups: African American Republicans, Latino Republicans. Acknowledging that diversity in party coalition and then bringing it to unity around the candidate. That's already a little bit different because Trump has so become the face of the GOP and because it has so much become about this one individual candidate. And it seems likely that this event will amplify that as the RNC is trying to map on Trumpism onto existing practices. I think we'll run into certain kinds of tensions as it gets, as you said, more into specific issues, more into specific implications. And so using the event as kind of a rallying point is one thing, but then I think there is a little bit of a tension there between the sort of rally around a leader versus rally around a party.
We saw world leaders attesting to deep state. Now, does it really exist? We never know.